at least back then, you could, at least you knew where people were coming from. It might have not been good to see, but, and I've always said that, mate, if you can't see it now, I mean, for me, right, one of the things that I don't miss for taxiing is having to sit there and at a minute's notice, someone can just turn round and open their mouth with the most outrageous, racist fucking comment. And that, I mean, that, because they see a white person there, they don't think they're doing anything fucking, they can say it out, but then they don't know the background of who's sitting there, you know what I mean? And that used to, I mean, because I used to sit there and I could turn round and just fucking give them a whole lecture and fucking just shame them, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's probably why I'm a lot happier now that I don't have to deal with it, because...
Well, no, it'd drive you mad, wouldn't it? It'd drive you mad.
Yeah, part of my soul was being ripped out. I mean, at times I did used to fucking... I would sit there and have debates and just fucking sort people out and spend a half an hour there, and then maybe they would go out and they would all be I didn't mean it like that, and I would look... I know the way you meant it, but it's cool. You fucking didn't realise who you were sitting beside or how you would have thing with it. But at the end up, I just fucking... I mean, I would phone the radio and try my bit there, but at the end up, I was just fucking... I was getting better jobs away than anything, because I would look at it and just go, I can't be fucked with these cunts now. So in a way, the stuff...
some people are just... their mindset is near impossible to change. For you to make an impact, these people are... I don't know, they're... It's a very easy mindset for you uneducated people to fall into. But there's no change in it, and it seems to attract. When you get someone who you have someone who you can see has got intelligence that has that mindset, whether it feeds their ego by being with these people because they don't get it when they're in normal company, I don't know, but it's not going to change anytime soon. And I mean, even today, like you said, you knew where you stood before. Now it's very, as I say, subtle. Yeah. Which is worse. Which is worse because you just don't know what, whether, if you go for a job, if you're black, they're not going to say it to your face like they might have done, or maybe obvious. Yeah. That's a worse system is when it's subtle because you will be branded as they do brand people. They use these terms, victim card and all this sort of carry on. But
you can't take a joke, right? Or you're just playing the victim card. Or don't be, But then these are the people who then, when they finish their shift, they would come in and then sit with me and say, all right, I'm cool now, I'm fucking the same as myself. And then they'd say, oh, what a cunt of a day driver. Oh, what happened, mate? Oh, you're just dealing with all these fucking black bastard asylum seekers coming here, taking their jobs and doing this and that, and fucking had to deal with this Muslim cow with her hijab and fucking, well, look at the black bastards there, they're Kosovans. I mean, I actually had that once. There was a whole black family, right, with fucking Waynes and all that, and some bastards was in my car, and they went, look at the dirty Kosovan bastards there. And I laughed, and I went, Kosovo, do you know where Kosovo is? And they went, aye, fucking Africa. And I went, Kosovo is fucking Europe, it's part of the old fucking Yugoslavia. They're as white as you and I. I said, you can't call these fucking cunts there who were fucking darters in the night sky, they're no for fucking Kosovo. Well, I thought Kosovo was Africa. I went, all right then.
No, yeah. I mean, even today you've got the, a lot of people now have conveniently jumped onto the Muslim bandwagon, where they think they can get away with it because of this. They think they can get away with it because of this old, they come out with, being Muslim's not a race. They have many excuses for their behaviour if you were to brand them racist, etc., etc. But I mean, the Muslim community now are, constantly under attack, and no one cares. And at the end of the day, it's countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar that are doing the work to give the ordinary Muslim a bad name. With all the different sects you have and everything. And I mean, I think English people do enjoy having someone to hate, and burn their problems on. Because the racism here, I mean, all across Europe you'll find it, but the racism here, they just, it's very, they move on from race to race, but deep down, anyone who's not English, they don't like them, They think they're superior still. superiority complex. I believe.
Where I lived in West Sussex, Horsham, right? But the minute I opened my mouth, I could see people look at me differently.
Yeah.
I swear, and it wasn't me being paranoid or thingy, but and they would look at you and they'd be like,
you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell when someone looks at you in a different way, or when you walk into a pub and you order something, and the barman looks at you, and then you look about and you see a few glances. Everybody just fucking stops. Hang up, we've got a jock in here. And now the first thing that comes into their mind is he's a mean fucking hard man who'll fucking kill me or something like that. And I mean that is one of the stereotypical images that has been portrayed in the media. And sometimes I would play up to it. I mean, and it saved me with a lot of fights because as soon as I put on my meanest, hardest Glasgow accent, like, who you fucking?
Oh, they're gonna back down. They're gonna. They're gonna. I mean, it's the age-old, yellow belly. English attitude is if you confront them, they don't. I mean, especially if you got Glaswegian accent and you mention the stereotypes, they're not good.
Yeah, the amount of ass collapse I used to phrase was just fucking beyond belief. See, it was just after I get stabbed, about a few months after I get stabbed, right? And they ended up, the whole 5 of them, right, get jailed. And I don't know if you know Horsham, it got called Sun Alliance fucking town because they had the Sun Alliance there and everybody get employed with them. And my flatmate, who was living with the guy who had the landlord of the place, he was a good boy, and he worked in Sun Alliance, right? But anyway, I'm going along with this boy for Leeds, right? My mate for Leeds, we're bouncing along the road after shutting time with a few swallies in us, and a few of the boys in front get leery. One of them turned round and fucking punched me, right? And that took me out my stone and my fucking booze, right? And after that, I was bouncing about like the fucking white, black, Rocky Marciano fucking stroke Mike Tyson, fucking swinging punches, knocked the cunt out, bounced into another one, and I'm fucking like, right, come on, you fucking cunts. And they're like, oh, calm down, Jock, calm down.
Yeah, they
don't. I fucking went for that cunt, called me Jock, and then the rest of them, and then at that point, right, as I'm battling fucking 2 or 3 of them, and the other cunts are just like, what the fuck happened to you? This cunt is just, I mean, I took the first punch, and then it woke me up and I went radio on the cunts, and then by the time the police came along, right, and as I say, and the police came along, and then I fucking stopped and I went, officer, I get stabbed a few weeks ago and these bastards are starting on me and I've had to defend myself. And the officer went like, oh, I was there when you get stabbed, I was the one that helped you. And I went, well, look, officer, these ones are fucking starting on me again, just fucking. And then they ended up getting all get fucking jailed. My mate found out the next day they all get fucking put in a lie down and hang me because I bounced out the copper like that. These cunts are fucking trying it on me and I'm just defending myself. But the stereotypical image of this fucking Scots down there, it's a good thing, and it's a good thing if you can milk it, but it's a bad thing because, I mean, most Scots...
You can attract. Yeah, it's the age-old, colonial bully mentality. To just, especially with Londoners and people from, this down south. It's like I said, superiority. It's a superiority complex. It's something you're never going to get rid of it because they're all very proud of their country, and behind closed doors you can just imagine what they still say and get up to.
Same with the Billy Boys up here, the superiority complex. I think it's something to do with the Rule Britannia, the slave.
Colonialism.
The slave master mentality. They think this is the whole world is theirs and everybody is subservient to them, and if anybody challenges that, then just beat the fuck out of them. That's the mentality, isn't it? Yeah. Because I mean, and when you confront them, they don't like a bit of rebellion, So, like you said, they are back down or whatever. But no, I mean, even with when you see them going against Muslims and everything. When you see these clips on the internet, when they get challenged by Muslims, they usually walk the other way or run off because I don't, whether they believe fully, they can't articulate themselves. If you try and talk to them, which is part of the problem, you don't want to waste your time talking to them because there's nothing there. This made history revisionism. There was a time a few months ago, some EDL people passed me some numbers. It was the time when they did all the releases.
I listened to it. I remember I listened to it.
Yeah, and I was phoning some of these fucking clowns, mate, and oh dear God, I've actually still got some of their numbers here. I might actually give some of them a phone tomorrow. Say, by the way, we're voting for yes for independence. How would you vote?
Yeah, you had. I remember because you had that dirty UVF guy on there from Birmingham, I think it was.
That's right. Aye.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, all these. What disgusts me is these groups, these right-wing groups, EDL, BNP, everything like that. When you go on their Facebook pages, you have a look, you have a scout about the amount of Irish names, the amount of Irish surnames that are in the ranks, you know, and you go on, and the main agenda for these right-wing groups after Islam is still Ireland. You know, you can go on their websites; they've always got a little section dedicated to how much they hate Ireland and how much they want to bring the whole of Ireland back into their country, etc., and have it as a union. But it just astounds me how many people with Irish surnames, Irish background, are actually part of these groups. It's disgraceful.
You should have. I get close to getting to that. What do you call him? I only spoke to him a wee briefly time, but the time when I spoke to, who was it? That Kevin Carroll, he's second in command or whatever. And when I had
over the UV, yeah, the EDL guy.
Yeah, EDL, and he went like, I'm from Irish descent, and he knew all about the Irish stuff, and he went, yeah, I'm Irish, I'm Catholic, and all that. And I just couldn't comprehend that. And then he's called Stephen fucking Lennon as well. You know what I mean? And you're like, you say? They come from the background of Ireland, and you couldn't fucking make it up, mate.
I know that. I mean, they're all at their rallies. They all fly. You know, I've seen UVF stuff at their stuff, and that stupid flag they wave, and I mean, it's bizarre, but I mean, as has always been the case with Ireland, you know, after the British, the worst enemy of the Irish has always been the Irish. You know, the castle Catholics and the ones who are willing to do the dirty work of the crown. It's a disgrace. I believe the EDL guy, the guy who's now left him, had an Irish background, like you said, and it's just astonishing that he's on his Twitter page saying how much he hates Republicans and you know, showing support he even shows support for Rangers and all this sort of carry on. Shocking.
It can only mean one thing, that all the ones who are hardcore Republican came for the North and they're staunch, and they went to Glasgow, and then all these kind of West Brit royal butlers like Deco, they're obviously the ones who went down and sold themselves out, you know, and fucking started saying, oh, well, fucking Queen and Country and all that. So I was just a wee slight my new brother over in Toronto when he eventually gets to hear this one.
It's just, I mean, even now when you think of Ireland, the Free State is full of people who have basically adopted British values. Ireland has really turned into a mini Britain. You know, it is disgraceful. The country, the government itself is basically a lackey. It's an oligarchy to this country. You know, it's gotten everything. I mean, even today, did you see they had that Timoshenko there? You know, it's just turned into. I mean, before, if you were from Ireland, you know, it meant to count for something. You know, rebellion and for freedom. But now they've just turned into the state. It's a disgrace. I mean, most people in the Free State don't want it off. That's the reality of it. You know, it's terrible.
Bro, stay there. Your line's bad. Hold on. Right. Knackered. Hold on, but we're going to get to... We need to finish up soon.
You alright, yeah?
It just never gets fucking right, this Skype. I mean, it sits alright for 10, 15 minutes, then it starts to go. But anyway, on you go.
No, it's just basically the Free State. It's just the people. I mean, like I was saying, the North. They don't want the North. The majority of the Free State, you know. Now, they're too concerned with their making money and playing up. You know, I mean, their Britishness. It's terrible. You know, Republicans in now. You know, you see there's so many feuds going on. you've got so many micro groups that have sprung up, that it's just killing it, you know.